Hello, Homestead team. I'm Chaplain Robert Terrell, and this is your September 26, 2022 Monday Motivator. Like many of you, I have to fill out reports regularly, and the company that I chaplain through for Homestead is a company called Corporate Chaplains of America, and I have to do regular reports on what I've been doing during the week. And they changed our system recently. It doesn't matter to you, but it matters to us chaplains because for years now we've been doing it one way, and now we have to do it another way. And so one of my fellow chaplains, well, he was struggling with the new system. So our manager said, Robert, you can do this. Would you mind talking with him? So we talked, and the struggle was he was saying, well, I'm having difficulty entering the reports on my phone. And I said, well, how did you used to do it? He said, well, I used to do it on my desktop computer. And I said, well, that's fine. You can still do it on the desktop. He's like, no, I can't. They said we have to do it on our phones now. And I said, well, no, obviously we don't, because for the past month I've been doing it on my desktop. And I showed him how he could still do it on the desktop. And he said, well, that solves all my problems. I know how to do it on the desktop. I just couldn't figure out how to do it on the phone. He had heard where they said, you can now do it on your phone as you now have to do it on your phone. I don't know about you, but I can relate. There have been so many times in my life where truthfully I just wasn't listening fully. And so I thought I heard one thing, and instead I heard the exact wrong thing. Listening is something that we can do that is incredibly loving. And as we all know, as people that are a part of Homestead, love is a verb. It requires action. That's why I like it when people talk about active listening. Active listening is where we don't view listening as a passive event, but as an active event, something we are actively involved in. Here are some of the attributes of active listening. One is to be fully present. Not just listening while we're thinking about other things, but to really be focused on the person that is talking with us and have our full attention on them. The second, is to look and use nonverbal cues. So much of our communication is not just the words we say, but the manner in which we say it. Are we saying one thing while our body is conveying another? And we can listen for that. And we can also show them that we're listening by our nonverbal cues. Are we playing with our phone? Are we writing something down? Or are we intently focused on them? The third aspect of active listening is to reflect back or paraphrase what the person has said to you. Now, this doesn't mean you agree with them, but it means you really understand what's going on. Often I'll say, so what I hear you saying is this, and I will repeat back to them in my own words what they just said. If they say, yes, that's what I'm saying, I still may not agree with them, but I know exactly what they're saying. And that's the last thing. The fourth thing in active listening is to withhold judgment and advice. Sometimes we listen with the mindset of going to our answer immediately rather than really listening and hearing what the person is saying. Again, you won't always agree with the person, but then when you disagree, you will actually be disagreeing with the real thing. How many times have you heard an argument where two people were arguing about two entirely different things because they weren't listening to one another? Again, listening is one of the most loving things we can do. And as a company, we are focused on teaching others about love the verb. So now, go and listen. And by doing that, you're living out love the verb. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you have someone to listen to you. If not, you can always reach out to me. I love hearing from our team and our care pros and our key players and what's going on in your life. But if you remember nothing else from this video, I hope you remember this. Our CEO, God cares for you, and so do I. Have a great week, okay?